You know what I love about all the artists and educators here on YouTube is the fact that you and I can discover new people that can teach us new tips, tricks, lessons, and tutorials that we can take and apply it to our own art. And in today's video, I want to share with you my top 5 artists and educators that I personally learn and grow from. And the best part about this is they're not just all oil or traditional artists out there. They have their own style and approach that really makes you think outside of the box and have your own style. And that's what I really adore about all these artists and educators that I'm about to mention. Starting off with number 1 is a personal friend of mine that I met through Twitch. And his name is Jon Grim, and he runs a channel called The Artist Block. By the way, Jon, congratulations on hitting 100K subscribers. You really deserve it. Now, the unique thing about Jon Grim's channel here is he's actually a graffiti artist. And you're probably wondering, why am I recommending a graffiti artist? Well, Jon is actually an extremely talented traditional painter that works in realism and hyper-realism. And he takes all of the things that he's learned with that skill and applies it to his graffiti that he makes you learn by learning outside of the box, by learning things like specular highlights versus real highlights, how shadows and flow actually go. In fact, how flow should actually go through your art form. He teaches you about the rule of thirds. He teaches you about colors and contrast and color theory. It's really amazing how he can teach you so many different ways in layman's terms, which I really appreciate. The only real shame about Jon Grim's channel is the fact that he hasn't had time to make a traditional art channel. I think it would do immaculate, and Jon, my friend, I think you should do it, buddy, because you have so much raw talent. But no joke, give this man a follow. Next we have up is the almighty Paint Coach, and he is actually one of my favorites to learn from if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Just like Jon Grim, he's able to teach you in a basic, intermediate, and advanced way where he actually can guide and hold your hand from one stage to the next, which is fantastic. And I've never really seen this from too many educators out there. He teaches you simplistic things like why your layers aren't sticking, or how to get paint to stick on top of other paint, or in fact, just working with different colors that won't muddy together. If you're looking for more intermediate and advanced, he has those too, to where you can learn and grow and actually evolve as an artist, which is pretty amazing. This channel can do something like that. The only thing that I could maybe say that is tough about Paint Coach's channel is the fact that most of it is geared towards portrait artists, I would say. I would say 75%, but there's still lessons in there that you can apply to your landscape paintings. Give Paint Coach a follow, because trust me, you won't be sorry. Next we have up, and I hope I don't butcher the name, but Florent Farges. He has an amazing channel, and I would have to say it's the most cinematic art channel I have ever seen out there. The man is able to reach something inside of you that's your inner artist, relate to you, and pull that inspirational tidbit out and apply it to the canvas. He goes super in depth about each lesson that he does. He goes super in depth about each tip that he gives, and he goes super in depth with each camera angle that he has. He truly is probably one of the best educators in art that I've seen that is extremely detailed in what he shows. Now again, his is more about still life art and portraits, but he does have some lessons that will apply to your landscapes. But the fact that he has so many different angles will really be eye-opening about how he approaches art and how you should maybe consider approaching your own art. Frickin' Andrew Tischler needs no introduction, but if you don't know who Andrew Tischler is, he is an immaculate landscape and portrait artist right here on YouTube. In fact, he was the first artist that I actually followed on YouTube because he's that good. What separates Andrew Tischler out is the fact that not only does he have a deep wealth of knowledge that he shares with you, but he's able to tap into your inner artist through emotion and creativity. And he takes it and makes it relative to you with all the lessons that he teaches. It's not just paint strokes here and there. He actually taps into who you are and expresses that on a canvas. And he does it through such cinematic ways, such storytelling ways, such emotional ways. but he keeps it real. And that's what I truly adore about Andrew Tischler. Now, the only thing I would say that is negative, or not even negative, just different about Andrew Tischler is he's more or less for the extreme advanced person out there. If you're a beginner or intermediate level, I would say you're gonna struggle hard, but still learn from him, because a lot of his lessons and tips and tricks you can still apply to the beginner, but you have to remember, where you're spending probably 1 to 2 to 3 hours on your painting, Andrew Tischler is spending 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, maybe even a full year on some of his. There is a strong divide between probably where you're at right now and where Andrew Tischler is at. But his lessons are probably some of the most detailed, and my God, they're awesome. And you're probably wondering who number 5 is. Well, let's just say he's probably the best. Most definitely the most handsome. It's me. I actually think I have one of the better YouTube channels. Everybody I mentioned here is levels above me, but I'm here to help build your confidence up with basic lesson plans, basic tips, basic tricks to get you going. I'm here to build your confidence, and which is why I recommend you hit subscribe on that channel and leave comments so that way I know how to help you in the future. I'm always going to be here to teach you what you need to know. I'm always going to be here to build your confidence, because I know you can paint, because I believe having a creative outlet is not just healthy, it can be a lifesaver as well. I'm here to get you going, but all these other artists I just mentioned in this video are here to take you to the finish line and beyond. Now, this is just one list of people that I love to learn from. I actually have another list of artists that I think would be great for you to watch and learn from that is all geared towards wet on wet landscape painting. And if you want to see that video, you got to do me a favor, leave a comment down below, and you got to also hit that mighty subscribe button. If you're looking for more videos from me, hey, take a look over to my side. And until next time, I just want to say, yeah, go follow those other artists, and I'll see y'all later. Take care. And of course, peace.